The Panthers have a new owner in David Tepper. With him will come raised expectations for Carolina to be a more consistent contender in the NFL. Tepper has made his billions as one of the best hedge fund managers on the planet. Looking at his history of investing, he has utilized a knack for huge rebounds after big losses. The reality of the NFL, however, is the kind of volatility tends to stand in the way of desired stability. Stepping into a new world as an NFL team owner, the second richest in the league, Tepper, evoking Vince Lombardi, made it clear he'll measure his NFL success by one thing. "The first thing I care about is winning," Tepper told reporters during his introductory press conference at the NFL owners' meetings in Atlanta on Tuesday. "The second thing I care about is winning. The third thing I care about is winning. That's on and off the field. So you win a lot of ways, and I don't like losing anyway." Patience has paid off for Tepper in his day job, and he said he won't be rushing into any decisions with the Panthers. But that doesn't mean the demand for excellence won't be elevated. More fast facts about David Tepper. Tepper takes over a team that has been good in relation to the rest of the league over the past 7 years. In the Ron Rivera era, the Panthers have gone 6-4-7-1. They've made 4 playoff appearances, they had a stretch of 3 straight division titles, and they have a Super Bowl 50 appearance to show for it. As Carolina's head coach, Rivera earned the responsibility of formally presenting to prospective owners how the football organization operates. With a chance to briefly meet the winning bidder through that process, Rivera came away learning Tepper already knows a lot about how to do well in the NFL. "He's got a sense and feel for football," Rivera said. "He's been around it. He owned a small percentage of the Steelers. So he's got a feel. It was good, and I know eventually we'll sit down and talk football and talk about this team. We really haven't been able to get down to the details yet, but all in due time. I think it will be really good." He really seemed like a football guy. That's a good start for Rivera in developing a rapport with a new owner. There also are other positive takeaways to draw when looking at Tepper's old team. David Tepper, Getty Images. Carolina is home to many who cheer on the Steelers, and Tepper has pointed out the parallels to the Panthers fan base, but the sale of the Charlotte's team redefines Pittsburgh South. Tepper is coming off seeing Mike Tomlin turn the Steelers into a steady force, even though the team has fallen short of winning a second Super Bowl with the longtime coach going on a decade. The Panthers have at least been close to the level of being championship caliber every season under Rivera. The Panthers also have teetered on becoming what they were under John Fox, a mediocre team in the NFC South from one season to the next. Fox was 63-49 in his first 7 seasons, only a game and a half shy of Rivera in the same span, with 1 less playoff appearance and as many NFC championships. It took rock bottom and a 2-14 record in 2010 for the Panthers to make the change from Fox to Rivera. Although the latter was extended through 2020 earlier this off-season, seasons 8 and 9 were already critical for Rivera in a difficult division and a loaded NFC. Needing to further prove himself under Tepper raises the temperature. The general manager who worked with Fox, Marty Herney, is back and also signed through 2020. Before the end of his first stint as Panthers GM, Herney drafted the team's 2 transcendent talents, quarterback Cam Newton and linebacker Luke Kuechly. Before Herney's return prior to last season, Dave Gettleman found a cost-effective way to build on that foundation with limited risk and high return. Gettleman, the 2015 Sporting News Executive of the Year, saw his tenure cut short in Carolina because his cap-friendly ways were not player-friendly enough for former owner Jerry Richardson. Because this is Herney's first true off-season back on the job, the returns of what he did in free agency and the draft are yet to come. Under Richardson, Rivera and Herney both have reached Super Bowl highs when not working together. Last season, they meshed with a strong 11-5 NFC wildcard team. That also means the bar for the Panthers has been set higher, and under Tepper, there's no room for relapse. The Falcons are the latest NFC South team to go the Super Bowl, on the heels of the Panthers in 2016. The teams were joined in the playoffs by the Saints in 2017, after jumping Atlanta and Carolina for last season's division title. New Orleans will be a popular NFC title pick in 2018. The Panthers, however, have further reloaded their offense around a now fully healthy Newton. They have retooled the defense to better support Kuechly. They feel great about having Norv Turner as the new offensive coordinator, and they don't think there will be a drop-off with Eric Washington becoming the third defensive coordinator in as many seasons. Watch. Tepper discusses Panthers ownership, the allegations surrounding Richardson, plus the fallout that led to him putting the team up for sale, formed a cloud hanging over all the optimism. Tepper's purchase of the Panthers has brought back that sense of positive to match the other aspects of their off-season. Looking back on the most recent ownership changes with the Rams, Jaguars and Bills, key adjustments were necessary for the team's long-awaited playoff breakthroughs last season. The Browns finally looked like they might be on track to join them soon. The difference between those teams and the Panthers is the fact that Carolina is more like a blue chip at the time of the acquisition. Tepper is saying all the right things and bringing all the good vibes as all new owners do. Now comes the real challenge of improving on an impressive bottom line.